Hello guys, I'm Mariano, the Trading Parrot. As you can see, overnight we have seen huge gains on altcoins. In today's video, I want to cover the potential for an actual altcoin season to get started. We are for the third time hitting an index of 46, 47, and I got some very unique, exclusive insights that I want to share with you with the USDT dominance and the BTC dominance. I want to share some targets for the total market cap of the altcoins if this plays out. And whatever you have seen so far of performance of these altcoins is going to end up looking like a joke versus the actual targets the charts are showing. Guys, if you like this type of content, make sure that you are subscribed to the train channel of Coin Bureau. Coin Bureau Trading specialize on trading setups and learning. Dan, Aaron, and myself are putting videos on a daily basis. I aim for 3 videos a week in this channel. And if you are a hardcore follower of Bitcoin and altcoins, make sure that you also subscribe my channel, The Trading Parrot. I publish 2 to 3 videos per day there. While Bitcoin is on a rally, investors with experience in altcoins are constantly thinking eventually Bitcoin is going to find a top and there will be a rotation of value from Bitcoin into altcoins. And for that, most of the people search for the altcoin season index indicator, which you can Google, and the top result is going to give you this chart in here. The chart started being updated in 2017 with the introduction of the first altcoins, and every swing to the downside means that the value is flowing from the altcoins into Bitcoin. And that's why below 25 is called Bitcoin season and above 75 is called altcoin season. What not many people are gonna tell you is that you don't necessarily want to wait until the altcoin season is already above 75, because many times by the time it reaches 75, then it swiftly corrects back into 35 like in here, and that means that you just enter long and you got dumped back into Bitcoin value. Another thing that we need to rescue is that altcoin seasons don't tend to last very long. The one that we have in this area of the chart in 2021, it barely lasted 3 to 4 months, and that is the longest that I can find in this whole range. So how can you anticipate? What tools do you have and most traders use to forecast when are we going to have an altcoin season and how strong it's going to be? The first tool is the Bitcoin dominance. That is the most commonly known, which needs to be used together with the seasonality of altcoin seasons. We don't expect an altcoin season typically in the middle of a bear market. In bear markets, of course, altcoins suffer the most. But the typical agreement is that once Bitcoin has done something big, a strong uptrend, a sustained rally for quite a while, then it will look for areas where it starts slowing down. And as long as we haven't yet seen a big crash, like a 50% crash on Bitcoin, a more humble correction, that is precisely what is needed to see the best altcoin seasons. In this chart of the Bitcoin dominance, I have overlapped these squares, which is the extension of each and every altcoin season that I was able to capture from this chart. And the best one we ever have is this one that occurred from December 2020 into June 2021. That is where the Bitcoin dominance made a move from around 73%, which means that most of the value in crypto was allocated to Bitcoin. And at that point, Bitcoin was rallying like crazy, getting into 40K, which is a 2x the previous cycle all-time high of only 20K. At that point, people started smelling that we could be getting close to a top, even though they were wrong. Bitcoin went way beyond 40K, getting into 65K, but that happened somewhere in here. At the time that Bitcoin gets to that initial all-time high in March 2021, roughly, you can see that there is already an ongoing rotation from Bitcoin, people taking profits from their Bitcoin and moving it into altcoins. And so many more people just entering the market straight into altcoins, anticipating that maybe Bitcoin doesn't have much more headroom to continue pumping. What we can see in here is a very interesting pattern that I noticed a while ago, which is in 2019, we continue to look at the previous cycle for hints of past performance that could repeat in this cycle. And one very cool pattern is that 2019 had a top. of the Bitcoin dominance. That was roughly in September 2019. Then we saw a move into altcoins, into the 58%. So from 72 to 58. But that wasn't the best altcoin season. You have two moves down that allow altcoins to pump, each of them 140 days. That is great. That can make very good profits. But every time that you get another pump of the Bitcoin dominance, those altcoins give back those profits against the king once again. So if you're holding here, you will see your portfolio of altcoins pump like crazy and then suddenly be back in a loss or at a break even because all the flow of cash went back into Bitcoin. So that's why you see RSI on the weekly on the Bitcoin dominance being at the top, then finding an initial bottom in here, and then once again a move back up, causing disappointment to altcoin traders. At this point, they realize those losses and they go back to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes back to 72% dominance as a result of that. But in that December, thanks to monetary policies changes, record injections of liquidity, it was an environment where cash was actually flowing very well, not just in crypto, but in most of the stocks were being bought like crazy. And that was a very good place to be for the altcoins. As you can see, in only 170 days, it made a move to 40%. And that is the strongest and longest altcoin season that you are going to find. What's interesting is that we have a very similar setup. Although the dominance, this case, just goes up, the momentum is showing us that there are some similarities that we could grab, and use in our advantage to maybe repeat the same plate for an altcoin season feast. Number one, the top in here. We got a top on the RSI in July 2023. That was already the flow going into Bitcoin. We see that peak there. Then we get a move of the momentum down in a bottoming process in here. This area is equivalent to this move of the RSI that we have in August 2020, and in this case it ends in June 2024. After that, we get that move that crashes all the altcoin holders that entered too early. There were many altcoin holders buying this area, and the dominance continued to go higher, crushing them. And I know a few people that have told me that they enter here and they were in such a big pain holding their altcoins. Suddenly, the dominance seems to be again at the very top of the range, just like this area in here. And if you notice carefully, this is the area where we see a breakdown of the RSI and a huge move down of the dominance, allowing for the best altcoin season. Where are we right now? We are in this area, putting wicks to the upside, having already had in a single candle a move down of 5% of the dominance. But that's not the only thing. We are currently in the process on the RSI to testing that support, which is located at 59 RSI. If the Bitcoin dominance continues to go lower below that 57%, breaking the support on the dominance itself, on the RSI itself, heading towards my bubble altcoin season, then we could start seeing a similar effect, similar scenario as in 2021. And if you look at the crypto bubbles by the month, we are seeing already huge profits. But I'm going to show you what's the headroom to go to the upside, just so you have a perspective to not get just thinking, okay, that was it, this is the altcoin season. No, I hope not, because if that is it, that is not an altcoin season then. An altcoin season can take total free towards this resistance at RSI 90. That means total free gets to almost 2 trillion market cap. That is currently the target of reaching once again the top of the range. So this is just getting started at 900 billion. Second, if you look at the funding rates, when you get the altcoins to perform in an altcoin season, the funding rates go extremely into the red territory in here. If you focus on what we have done so far, it's a very, very humble red that is starting to show initial insights that we could be heading into something more significant. And remember that this is an altcoin season. but it's nothing compared to the one in 2021, which expanded for so long and it was a lot more juicier than we have ever seen. Look at all the peaks of funding rate at the lower end and compare it to very tiny baby altcoin season, very cute, that we are seeing down below here. It's literally nothing. And the best way to explain it is, so far 59% of the value in crypto is still in Bitcoin. If all that value goes into the altcoin season and we were able to once again reach that target of Bitcoin dominance of roughly 41-42%, that means that 17% of Bitcoin value right now goes into the altcoins. But that's not the only source of income. Usually when there is an altcoin season, they print loads of USDT, they inject it into the system, and people also use that to buy more altcoins, which creates a reverse snowball effect that if this is your first crypto cycle, you won't believe me until you see it. Guys, if you want to trade altcoins or Bitcoin and you want to get the lowest fees to trade and the largest bonuses across all YouTube crypto space, have a look at the links in the description. Bybit and OKX are extremely amazing exchanges that I personally use. You get 30,000 and 20,000 bonuses with them, but they do require to use KYC. If you're looking for an exchange without KYC, no VPN, that you can use from anywhere around the world, look for Bluffing. My link in Coinbureau Trading offers 70% fee discount and 100,000 bonuses depending on trading volume. Leave me a comment down below if you have been in that particular altcoin season. I would really like to hear from you some stories of success as well. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.